What is love? What is lust? Which one are we in? You know, are you in love or are you in lust? Oftentimes we feel really connected with someone and it all seems to just fade away. And we're not too sure why. All the desire goes away. All the pure form of happiness seems to get a little darker. And we ask ourselves, like, why? Why does this just disappear all of a sudden? God, why? And I like to just think it's as simple as you're not in love. And I know that's gonna leave a mark on a lot of people and leave a lot of people upset, but it's not always a really bad thing. Love over lust is something that we have been taught our entire lives. And if this is something that's unfamiliar to you, let me explain. Lust is this intense longing of desire and sexual attraction towards someone else. And for some reason, the definition that was provided for love was something that doesn't sit right with me, because it's more of this indescribable feeling of joy and happiness when you're with someone. And when you're not with them, you feel this empty void and it never seems to get filled. And when I talk to my friends about people that they're in love with and how they feel about someone, if they're truly in love, they just tend to smile. If they're not, they list all the things. Because when we're in lust, we're able to make this pros and cons list of someone. And when we're in love, it just all seems to work out. It all seems to go in one category of who they are. I saw this TikTok about this girl talking about love or lust. And she was speaking with her grandmother. And her grandmother said that, let me ask you this. If they were to get in a car crash one day, and then their face when their body was completely destroyed and it's all mangled up and they look awful, would you still love them? If not, then it's lust. And I think that's a really dark way to put it. I think sexual attraction does matter in love as well as it does in lust. But that video really inspired me to think more about it. I'm in a relationship right now. I'm very happy. I'm very much in love, and I know I'm in love. Because when people ask me, I don't have a list of things that I want to say. I just feel joy. So are you in love or are you in lust? I'll be the person to sit here and tell you that it's always lust at first. It always is.
Totally.
Pam. Sorry. Are you free for dinner tonight?
Yes.
All right. Then it's a date.
You ever go on a date and you feel this burning desire and you feel fired up and you feel the adrenaline rushing? Yeah, that's lust. I know there's often times where we meet somebody and we're like, oh yeah, this is the person, this is the one, this is what I've been waiting for. And it just seems to fade away, and it's because in that moment you were filled with this testosterone, estrogen, love that was really disguised to be lust. You see, I know there's a lot of hopeless romantics out there that are gonna, argue with me and say, I knew since the day I met them that I loved them. I knew before I even met them that this was the person for me. And hey, that's amazing. Hey, all power to you. I was like that once too. But it just doesn't work like that. And if it did, I think I'd be pretty upset. Because I'd be walking around falling in love with every single cute girl I saw. I don't want to do that. I used to walk into coffee shops and see a barista and be like, wow, what a love story fairy tale if I went up and I got my coffee and, they did a latte art as a heart, and that meant that they loved me. That meant they were the one. Let's be the cutest story. That mindset ruined my life. That every single stranger that I walked by might be the one. Every single stranger I walked by might be the one for lust. But it wasn't the one I loved. The line goes, love at first sight, which actually means appearance. And people are so hard on others who feel attracted to someone else, like it's an awful thing. But you should be attracted to your partner. But as you grow with them, that lust will turn into love. You'll find these little quirks that jump out at you and don't make you mad. They don't upset you. They don't make you feel uncomfortable. And it's not always easy. Sometimes it takes a lot of unlearning for yourself to do. I mean, you have to live with someone else. You have to share not only your things, but your life with someone else. This is something that you're not so used to doing. This is something that you're only used to doing with your family. And now this stranger is becoming your family. And that's something that no one has prepared us for. So the type of love that girl spoke on in that TikTok, describing if their face got ripped off and would you still love them? That type of love she speaks on it's not at first sight. This is not love that you find when you walk into a coffee shop. This is not love that you find when you're passing a stranger on the street. But it's built over several moments when leaving could have been so easy, but you chose to stay. That's love. That's not lust. And people in love, you're going to experience those moments. Just because you're in love with this person, just because this is the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, doesn't mean that you're not going to have hard times. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have moments where you want to walk away or they want to walk away. But it means you're going to have moments where you're going to have to decide whether or not you want to stay. And if you do, maybe you're meant to.
I was just, I'm in love with you.
That was a good talk. Before I go, I want to show you something. You see these right here? Whether you're in love or in lust or just very single, I made a lonely hoodie. Because sometimes I feel a little alone, and that's okay. And I just want to feel comfy. And it is actually available right now. The link's down below. And it's super cozy. I just didn't want to wear it during the entire video talking about love and lust and get people confused. But just because you're a little lonely doesn't mean you can't be a little comfy. And let me know, what do you think? Where do you side? Is it love? Is it lust? What does it mean to you? I want to make this a conversation, so leave a comment down below. And if you're new here, welcome to the community. You don't have to subscribe, you don't even have to like. Just leave your opinion down below. We would love to hear from you. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Go grab your lonely hoodie and stay you. Stay beautiful.